Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to change the oil on my Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. I've had it for 2 years now, and it's got 1,936.4 miles on it, and I have not changed the oil since the first service. If we look at the little window here, the oil's a bit dirty. So today, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the oil. So for your tools, you will need a 13mm socket or a 1/2-inch socket. I found that the 1/2-inch fits better. There was a little slack in the 13, so I'm going to opt to use the 1/2-inch today. Obviously, you will need a ratchet wrench and a torque wrench capable of doing 35 Newton meters or 26 foot-pounds. Obviously, you need the oil. This is the oil for this bike. It calls for 10W50. 50, yeah. This is hard to find in some areas, so you can adjust accordingly, but don't, make it too drastic of a change. I'm here in California, so this should be okay. I bought this on Amazon. Here is the link for about 50 bucks for 6 quarts. Today we will only be using 3.1 quarts. Or 3.1 liters, that's what it calls for. Let's actually refer to the manual here. Manual calls for 3.27 quart or 3.1 liters. Cool. 10W50. Oh, and oil filter. I do not have the genuine Royal Enfield one because those are ridiculously expensive and hard to get. So this is the next best thing. This is the Mobil one M1-104A. This is a replacement that will go onto the bike. Now, obviously, a oil drain pan would help if you don't want to make a mess. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to warm up the engine, turn it on, have it run for about 5 minutes so the oil gets warm, and because it's been pretty cold. A scratch here. It's been kind of chilly, so warm up the oil so it's easier to flow out. Have it on the center stand, obviously. So I'm gonna turn it on and let it run for a little bit. All right, it's about 5 minutes. That was 5 minutes. Warmed up. Now it's time to drain the oil. So just like changing the oil on a car or on anything, before you do anything, first you want to make sure that you are able to open the oil filler cap. For the Interceptor, it's on the right side, right above the clutch casing, this little black cap thing, that's your oil filler cap. So you want to make sure you can open it. I might need some pliers or something. Be right back. Here we go. Now it's open. Very cool. There. There's our oil filler cap. Make sure you clean it, put it in a safe space, put it in a safe spot. I'm going to put it right here for now. You fill the oil in there. Next, we are going to open undo the drain plug. That's what we're gonna do. All right, so here's your drain plug. Be careful after you've started the engine. Stuff might be warm down here. So there's our drain plug. I'm gonna get on the other side and loosen this thing. Or I can just, ow, that's hot. See, don't burn yourself. Oh shit, how do I do this? Ow, that's very hot. All right, that took some force to break it, but, oh, here we go. And oil should come out right about now. There we go. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. So here's the drain plug. It's fairly clean. This is a magnet at the back part at the end. This is a magnet, and it catches the metal shavings inside the engine. So don't be surprised if you see some metal shavings there. So for me, there's not too much on there. I mean, it's still a brand new bike. So what you want to do is you want to thoroughly clean this with a shop rag, a towel, whatever you use. There comes the washer. You should probably replace it, but I didn't buy a washer, so I'm gonna see if my other washers will fit. If not, I'll just reuse it. But after you clean it, there's that. Now I'm gonna remove the oil filter. Well, I'm gonna fish out the freaking thing first. Here's our crusher. That's a thick crusher. Oh man, that's the thickest crusher I've ever seen. Look at the size of this thing. Can you see this? Look at the size of oh shit. Look at the size of that. That is one thick washer. God damn. Alright, well, looks like I can reuse this. Jeez. Alright, I'm gonna remove the oil filter now. You might need some kind of oil filter tool, but since it's pretty tight spot in here and everything is warm, I'm not sure how. Ow, fuck, I just burnt myself again. Let me see if I can undo this somehow. All right, that was way harder than it should have been. Obviously, there's like a million ways to remove an oil filter. The tools I had, given the availability of the space here, the tightness of space here, had to use a pipe wrench. However, you just remove this. It's not on. It shouldn't be on there terribly tight, but come on, there we go. Get that filter out and let it drain a little more. So after everything is drained, grab your filter and grab 4 bottles or 4 liters, because we need 3.1 liters or 3.25 quarts, 3 1/4, 3 2/7, something like that, however many quarts. So you would need to grab 4 bottles of this stuff. Oh yeah, that, we need that too. Before you reinstall everything, you want to take a shop rag and clean up the oil that kind of dripped onto the oil cooling lines right here. Just clean it up and, oh man, and wait for it to, well, you don't have to wait for it to fully drain, but the order doesn't really matter as long as you put in the filter and the drain plug before you fill it. You can put in the drain plug first, or you can put in the oil filter on first. Doesn't really matter as long as, again, as long as they're on before you fill the thing, so it doesn't just drip out of there. I'm gonna put a little more in there first, just to, you know, flush it out a little bit and flush out some of the old oil. You don't have to do this. However, since I have 4 of these and I'm only using 3 1/4, I have a little left over, so I can use it. You know, it's a little wasteful, but I just want to flush out some of the old oil a little bit. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to install the drain plug and then the oil filter, and then I'm going to fill it up. There we go, it's draining now. Here comes some of the new oil. Cool. All right, now for the filter. Again, this is the Mobil one M1-104A. You can get it at your local Walmart or on Amazon. Here's what it looks like. Ta-da! Filter. Very cool. So what you want to do is you want to take some oil. You want to lubricate the seal ring here for a better seal. And then some people put some oil in it to prime it, some people don't. You do whatever you do. So I'm gonna oil it, and then I'm gonna put a little bit in there. I'm not gonna fill up the whole thing. I'm just gonna put a little bit in there. So take my bottle. Again, this is the Castrol Power 1 10W50. You can't see this, it's blurry. But that's what this is. Cool. Get some oil. Get it on the seal. Make sure you don't spill it everywhere. Seal is nice and lubricated. And I'm just gonna pour just a tiny little bit in there. Fucking hell. Don't put it on a ledge where it falls. See there, I put it on there again. Very clumsy today. What the heck? All right, there's our oil. Let it drain in there a little bit so that it doesn't spill everywhere. And I'm gonna put it onto the oil filter. It should be tight, but not too, it should be snug, but not too tight. Just hand tighten it until it doesn't want to turn anymore. There we go. I'm just gonna grab a clean shop towel and clean around the edges a little bit. Tighten it a little more by hand. There. Okay. It's on there. All right, time for the drain plug. That's the washer. This is the drain plug right here. Can you see this? You cannot because it's blurry, but this is the drain plug. This is the crush washer. You should probably get a new one, but I don't have a new one, so I'm just gonna reuse this one. Yeah, this is the thickest crush washer I've ever seen. There you go. Make sure, again, you thoroughly clean the magnet up here and in there. This whole shot is out of focus. There. Make sure you clean this and then put your new washer on. In my case, I'm going to reuse my old one. And just put it in. And once you get it snug by your hand, I like to clean it a bit, and then I'm going to move my catch pan out of the way. Last thing is get your socket and your torque wrench. Set your torque to 26 foot-pounds or 35 Newton meters. Get that bad boy in there and wrench away. There we go. It shouldn't be on there too tight. So that was 26 foot-pounds. Now it comes time to put your new oil in. I've opted to use this super long funnel right here because it's in a little pretty awkward spot, and that's how I'm going to pour it in. 3 quarts, 3.1 quarts, 3.25 quarts, sorry, 3.1 liters. So here is the oil filler indicator. Here, right? You want it between here. So I'd like to go a little bit over half, maybe 3/4. But again, you do you, whatever's comfortable for you within this range. I'm gonna put 3 in there first, and then a little bit of this extra bottle, and then I'm gonna start the engine and run it for about 2 minutes and then stop it. Then I'm gonna check this level and fill it up to my desired level. So that's what I'm gonna do now. All right, here we go. First bottle. Glug, glug, glug. Okay, maybe not too fast. All right, this is boring. I'm just gonna pour it in and I'll cut to when I'm done. All right, so 3 bottles in. That's only 3 quarts, not even 3 liters, 3 full liters. And as you can see, it's full. So it might not be actually full. It might just be you know, I have to start it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the oil filler cap back on, and I'm gonna start it running for about 2 minutes and see where this oil level is at. If it's still this high, then I'm going to drain it a little bit until it's at the appropriate level. If it's not, then I'll add it, well, obviously. So I'm gonna start it now. Oh wait, no, I have to put this plug back in. Filler cap back in. Start the engine. Alright, so after 2 minutes, let's wait for the oil to settle and check the oil level. So after a couple minutes, it seems that the oil have settled and it's right in between the two notches. I'm just gonna add just slightly, just a little more, just to be safe here. Well, not safe, but just to my liking, I can add a little more. So that's what I'm gonna do. That looks about okay. Let me double check. Yeah, that looks about okay to me. Now that everything is done, we are left with one last thing to do. And that's going to be the most fun part of this oil change, which is to go for a ride. Yeah, go for a short little ride, 5 to 10 minutes. Let your engine warm up, or not warm up, but just let the oil circulate and do its thing. And you get to go for a ride. So one thing I noticed was that shifting became very, very smooth, a lot smoother than before. So new oil is good, yeah, obviously. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully the video was somewhat helpful. And if you have any questions or anything you wanted to share, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.